What is going on, guys? This is me, Chimpaz45, and I'm here today with the next episode of my Ultimate Scene series, Buying British. And before I start talking about today's episode, I want to quickly thank you all for getting me to 100 subscribers. It really does mean a lot. And if we could get 10 likes on this video, that would be awesome. You utter legends. So into today's episode we go. And in this first game, you can see that the guy actually has a pretty decent Serie A team, or Serie A team, but most of his players are actually out of formation. There's only 2 that are in the right formation, and that doesn't really do his chemistry much good. And we go a goal up, then we get pecked back by Nocerino, but Patterson puts us 2-1 up just before half time. But this guy was actually pretty good, and it was really good fun to play against, but he had plenty of chances such as that, which has to be one of the worst misses I've seen on FIFA. But Stefan El-Shaarawy draws him back level, and that was a bit disappointing. But then Craig Bellamy, our captain, look at that for a great goal, and he is the only reason that we're playing in the Gold Cup, because he's the only gold player that we have. But I actually think it's better to play in the Gold Cup than the Silver Cup. As you can see there, Patterson with a nice acrobatic rebound goal, if you want to call it that. But I actually think it's better to play in the Gold Cup than the Silver Cup, because when you come up against teams in the Silver Cup, you have loads of 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, and like 90 pace teams. You have loads of sweaty teams, whereas when you come up against teams in the Gold Cup, as you can see here, the teams are okay, but they're not amazing. And in this team, you can see the keeper, I believe it's Marchetti, who is extremely overpowered, a very OP keeper, and he is hard to break down. But they hit the post there, Wayne Hennessy tipping it onto the post. But then, look at that, a bit of a scuffed shot from Stock, but I'm not going to complain, and it gets us the lead, and that was really good. But they were really pushing for it, and they were really on top. There's some really good players such as Meliso, who does draw them back level, unfortunately, just after the break. And we fired wide straight after that with Patterson, and then again the keeper decides to give it to us. Bit of a sweaty goal maybe, but I was kind of desperate to get the lead back, and we do, with Patterson, who's turning out to be an absolutely superb signing, an absolutely brilliant player. And then we give away a penalty, and Vidal draws things back to level peggings, and he was actually playing really well, in fairness. And yeah, that's a pretty good goal that he scores just there to give himself the lead, and they go 3-2 up, and then they go 4-2 up, and at that point it was pretty much over. I say pretty much over because we do get a goal back. As you can see, there we go with Patterson rather, not Stock. But somehow that's given us a corner. I have absolutely no idea how that's a corner. And from the resulting corner, I thought, right, the keeper's going to get this, and he didn't. And unfortunately, Ogbonna, who's an absolute beast from corners, goes and scores, and that turns out to be the winning goal. And so this is the squad that we have, and I decided to go in and do a little bit of trading, and I buy Pablo Hernandez, but then I realised that I'm an absolute idiot, and the title of this series is Buying British, and I can only buy British players, so I have to discard him, because I couldn't be bothered to sell him, and I bought Damien Duff instead. And so we come into this final game against pretty much a Real Madrid B team, made up of mainly sort of second choice players such as Kaká, Carvalho, and yeah, players along those lines, Jose Callejon. But we do get back into the game after Jose Callejon scores, and then we nearly take the lead with a cheeky little dinked header. But then finally we do take the lead, and guess who it is? Once again, it's Patterson. And from then on in, we were playing, as I stopped to get some breath, we were playing absolutely brilliantly. And Stock again he scores, and he's just on fire in this episode. He's playing really well. And during the trading, we did buy a contract from Macau Smith, and we did top Ward up with some fitness. But Stock scores again with a lovely dinked header, and then we get another goal from Patterson, a nicely tucked away finish. But for me, this is definitely the best goal of the episode. Craig Bellamy, left foot, weak foot of course, and that gives us the win. So that is the team that we have to finish the episode today. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm Chimpaz45, don't even know my own name now. Follow me on Twitter at Arsenal409, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. I'm Chimpaz45. Goodbye.